Virginia Congressman Ben Cline joining us now to discuss this. Congressman, it's always good to have a visit with you, sir. Not to put too fine a point on this, but the government has lied to us so often, like, the border is secure and the Hunter Biden laptop is Russian disinformation. Nobody trusts the federal government under Democrat rules. So when Merrick Garland says that the Biden transcript matches the tape, I frankly don't believe him. There's a lawful subpoena issued for that tape, and Merrick Garland refuses to comply with that lawful congressional subpoena. What are your thoughts on this, sir?
Well, there must be something on that tape they're trying to hide, whether it's the length of the pauses, the stammering, the stuttering. There must be something on that tape that is just going to make the president look that much worse, if not complicit in even more guilt. The activities that he is involved in through his son, the pay to play, the access, these are all things we want information on. The Judiciary Committee's demanded it. The Attorney General's not provided it, so we're going to hold him accountable.
Right. Yeah. Not to mention the fact that if it does turn out, if the transcript doesn't match the tape, somebody doctored the transcript. I think that's illegal. I think it is. But, it appears not all of your Republican colleagues believe in applying an equal standard of justice. I had a conversation on my radio show this morning with your colleague, Congressman Guy Reschenthaler, who said Republicans are trying to whip the votes to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt. But at this point, not all Republicans believe Democrats and Republicans should be held to the same legal standard. Listen.
We are whipping this to get the conference to that position. I'm not going to lie to you, Chris. It's going to be very hard. What we need to do is we need to expand our majority, and we need to get conservatives that come to Washington, D.C. ready to fight, not ready to bend a knee to the deep state and permanent Washington. That's why this election is so important. We not only need to expand the majority, but we also need to get Republicans that want to come here and fight back.
So two questions here for you, Congressman. Shouldn't it be universally accepted by everybody who calls themselves a Republican an equal standard of justice under the law? And do you think Speaker Johnson should schedule this vote and get Republicans on the record as to whether or not they support, in truth, equal justice under the law?
Well, that was going to be my comment. I share Congressman Reschenthaler's concerns that there are a lot of members who are not wanting or not willing to take a tough vote on this, but we need to call them to it and have the vote and see who stands with us in holding Merrick Garland in contempt, and those who don't feel that there's been a dual standard or some rules for thee but not for me kind of activity. And that's what we've been seeing from this Attorney General, from this Justice Department, heck, from this entire administration over the course of the last 4 years. And it's time to hold these individuals accountable. This vote will do that, and it will also show who's with us and who's not.
Very good. So, Congressman, I don't want you to comment on anybody else but yourself, because you said it was a, quote, tough vote. But I would suspect for guys like you and me, the equal application of justice, it isn't tough at all. It's something you and I would call American, isn't it?
Very true. Very true. It shouldn't be a tough vote to hold Merrick Garland in contempt. It was a no-brainer for all of us on judiciary, and it should be a no-brainer for all Republicans. With a one-vote margin, actually, we just swore in a new member from Kevin McCarthy's old district, so now we have a two-vote majority. We doubled our majority. But still, we're in that narrow margin where it just takes 2 or 3 to sink some effort, and I dare to say that there are 2 or 3 who aren't wanting to stand up and take a vote like this, and that's all the more reason why we should have the vote now.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan said the word Republican, there's a certain set of values, a party plank, if you will, planks in the party platform that need to be lived up to. And I kind of believe Ronald Reagan when he said that. Congressman Ben Cline, sir, I appreciate your time and your honesty as always, sir.